Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on it's a Wednesday afternoon. It is just about 2 minutes before 1 o'clock, and that can only mean that it is time for some Generations Minecraft server. And since we did Baby Zombie Rush last week at this time, then that means this week, this time around, we're going to be on the server building. And let's get logged on there. Switching over to game capture screen before I get called out for that and forget it. Here we go. And usually I do my typical lightning strike to start off the stream, but I'm in the nether. Yeah, and so I don't want to do a lightning strike down here. That would be treacherous. Yes, indeed. So what am I doing down here? Okay, well, I need some crying obsidian, and I used all of mine up on my build, and so I'm down here trading to get some more. Most of the crying obsidian I got was just from ruined portals and things like that, but I needed to set up like a quick little piglin trade area here, and that's what these 10 piggies are behind me here. So this is like the really cheap way of doing this, right? You just capture a bunch of piggies and boats. It's usually better to get the ones without the crossbows just in case things go wrong, right? Or they get upset. They see you opening a chest. Now, I have my chests blocked off from view back here, but still, you know, usually I don't like them to have the crossbows. No, because they can shoot. But what I do you can see we've got quite a bit of goodies here already. But what I'll usually do is, do I have any more gold left down here? Oh, I got lots of gold left down here, yeah. So, usually I will just take some gold here, and let's see. Let's do something like this. Let's see what else we can get here. Well, let's empty out the inventory first, because we're going to need room to collect the things. And let me see. Are we clear from view? Yeah. Okay. I don't need string, and I don't need netherrack. I don't need gravel. The rest of this stuff I will save. Let me see. How am I doing chest-wise here? I mean, okay. I guess we're loading into this chest. How about that one? That one's full. Wow. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to hang on to the glass. I need that for what we're working on today. I'll do that. Soul Speed 3 iron boots. That's good. Yep, nice. Players. Okay, crying obsidian. I want to keep that in the inventory. I think the rest of this we're doing okay. 3, 4, 5. Let's distribute it amongst 5 like that. Usually I do 5 stacks and I put a stack in each boat. But I already have enough stuff, I think, to do our build. So I'll just come over here like this. I'll go to the first boat like this and aim it up a little bit like that. Oh, no, don't take that. I need that. Come on, hands. Do your thing. Do your thing now here. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. And I just chucked the gold to the back of them just for now. You know, I mean, I could make a proper piglin trading thing, and I guess I probably should, but like I said, I'm trying not to make new builds on the server if I can, so I can finish up Generation 5 here. And then you can see all the goodies just come floating in here. Yeah, we're getting more of the crying obsidian. That's good. We're getting some regular obsidian. And they just vomit out the goodies here like this until all the gold is used up. Sometimes you'll get some strays will come in there and do a little bit of trading too. But, you know, what's really annoying are the ziggies. So I'd have to spawn-proof this place eventually, or build a proper trading center like this. But you can see getting close here like this. Getting close here. I think we have all the goodies. All right, let's do a little bit of sorting here. Just some good old manual sorting. Let's see. So, I definitely want the pearls. let's see that. Yeah, I'll keep that. Let's chuck those. Soul Speed 2. I don't know. Yeah, we'll keep that. Spectral Arrows, Obsidian, nice stuff. Quartz, Splash Potion, Blackstone, yep. Soul Speed 3, always nice. Soul Sand, I like to keep the Soul Sand. And then, let me see, we just have so much string from the mob farm. We don't need that. We don't need the gravel, and we don't need the netherrack. Okay, I think we're good. We have almost 2 stacks of the Crying Obsidian. Got a little bit more right there. Excuse me with the voice. Let's take a look and let's see if I put any in the chest down below here. I don't think so. I think I have it in the inventory. Yeah, I think I got everything. Let me see. I should have plenty of pearls upstairs. Just anything I'm thinking of grabbing while I'm here. I think I'm good, actually. This might be enough to do the build. This might be enough. And I think I already have some up there, too. By the way, these incinerators are indispensable. I have, like, one of these on every site now. Okay. Let us... what's this? Oh, more soul sand got over here somehow? Okay. One of the other piggies probably brought it over. Okay, let's head on back up. One thing I am a little sad about, trying not to build new things on the server, and so getting ready for Generation 6, finishing up Generation 5, is not really doing anything in the nether here. And this is such an incredible nether spawn, too. We're at 0-0 in the nether, and when we get up to this landing here, we have... an incredible fortress set up here. The majority of the fortress is over the lava lake. This would have made an ideal wither skeleton farm. It just would have been a colossal farm. I mean, look at the lava sea down below. It would have been easy to spawn proof, easier to spawn proof than most locations. It's right here at 0-0. The moment you get into the nether and drop down the shaft, it's right here. We could have made a couple of blaze farms there. We had several locations for blaze farms. We made some hack ones, you can see right there. And there's another one back there in amongst that netherrack cave over there. It's just an incredible spawn. It really is. This map is the best map I've ever played on. It really is. The best seed. I'm sure the one we'll get for Generation 6 is also going to be super cool, but this one's always going to be... It's always going to have a really fond place in my heart. This map. Okay. Chicken egg? What the heck? Kati. That's probably have something to do with Kati. Let's head up and do a little bit of sleeping. Or maybe head down and do some sleeping. Do I have a bed right here? Often, you know, between Generations and Buffooncraft, I forget which map I'm in, which server I'm on, and what I have and what I don't have. So every now and then I try to make things a little bit more consistent. And it's usually updating Buffooncraft to what I have on Generations, but I've been spending so much time on Buffooncraft lately that I need to really update Generations to now bring it up to date with what I have on Buffooncraft. Ow, my face! Okay, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to drop off the soul sand, and I'm going to head down to the build. We have any soul sand here? Yeah, there we go. Great. I think the rest of this I'm doing well. Do I have any more glass? Just regular glass? I should have some from... Gotta have some in here somewhere. I might have some in those shulkers that are behind me, but... Now I'm going to bring a little extra iron down there with these pails. Let's see. What else? A little extra iron. Look at all those ender pearls. Look at all this stuff, man. We're so filthy rich on generations. Nice crossbow there. Was that breaking too? Some goodies there. I might have some glass over here. I mean, I can always go up and buy more glass if I want to. I've got so much up there in the... But I just thought I had a couple of stacks down. Yeah, see, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Let's bring one more stack down, just in case. And here we go. Okay, so I was replacing all of the glass. All of it? Pretty much all of it. Except the stuff right in the portal. In the Guardian farm. And with the tinted glass. And... so I need a lot of tinted glass, which means I need a lot of amethyst shards. And so I went ahead and started to build a little amethyst farm over here. And it's a 2-module farm, and I've got 1 module pretty much done. Pretty much finished. Look at that, would ya? There we go. Okay, let's unload our goodies. Yeah, see, I have a little bit of crying obsidian here left over, but I'm hoping, and I don't really need it. I just like the aesthetic of it. I mean, when you look up here like this, I mean, it just goes good with the theme and stuff. I just hope I have enough. Because I need to build another one of these modules around this group of amethyst buds. Budding amethyst blocks here. And so I'll have 2. I'll have 1 up there and 1 down there. And let me see. Do I have the right pickaxe? Yes, I do. Let's put that in there. And here's my thinking on this now. This isn't supposed to be an uber productive farm. My idea is this. To get up into the farm, you just swim up the water column. Thusly. And we could do this. And let me see. You want F3 on because you want to be able to see which ones are clusters. Because sometimes the stage 3 amethyst buds kind of look like clusters when you get going really fast. But you can see in the upper right there, a targeted block. Right under it is amethyst cluster. And so if we break that, it should flow up and go down the water stream like that. Sometimes these do that very slowly. The ones near the surface here are pretty quick, but the ones down lower here, they take their sweet time getting up there. You can see how slow that is. Sometimes they just go directly in your inventory if you're close enough, but the idea is not to drop any and lose any, right? And so they'll go over here, and they'll fall down this water column down here, and then there'll be some hoppers down here that'll collect these and store them. That's weird. Looks like they somehow despawned. Oh no, here's one that got shot out here. There's 12 of them. I think when they came down, I might need some glass on the outside of this to keep them intact. No. These are just the particles from the crying obsidian. Yeah, just to keep these intact, right? Maybe I'll only have to put glass in the front of this. But we can always enter on the sides and just swim up and down when we need to, right? I may also put some access up top, but then this one's lower than that one. You know, I think swimming up the water stream is really cool. Hey, Thunder! Very smart! Actually, I got this idea from our very own Shelbs. I saw Shelbs doing something like this. And I figured that this was a cool thing to do for... It's not automated, you know, with all the pistons. I may, on Generation 6, make one of those. But this will do just fine for now. But... welcome along, Eve. How are you? There we go. Shout out for Eve. Call me Eve Gaming. A fellow buffoon from the Buffooncraft SMP. Fun streamer. Family-friendly streamers. Yeah, she does have a mature rating on her stream, but she's super, super cool. Please go check her out when you get a chance. You will not be disappointed. I am doing okay. How are you? I am excellent. Thanks for the shout out. Anytime. Anytime. Over here, we're just finishing up our Thanksgiving stretch, and tomorrow should be December 1st. And that's when we start celebrating Christmas around here. A lot of folks like to rush it. Untangle my cord here. But, they just like steamroller right over our American Thanksgiving. And so now they're even doing that at Halloween now. It's really sad. We hold off until December 1st. December 1st is when we buy the tree, put up the decorations, we start doing all of that stuff. And, we include New Year's with that. And so if we start on December 1st, that means that's a total of 32 days of Christmas. I think that's plenty. 32 days is plenty. All right. So let's see. Let's drop off some of these shads right over here. There we go. That's a little bit better. And then there's Kumakwa, the old Potu. Howdy, Thunder. Did you enjoy my stupid in Discord? I don't think I got it. That was an error, right? That was a message intended for someone else. True? And Call Me Eve says, I had to put my cat down, unfortunately, Monday, so trying to adjust to not having him run. Aw. Was that the only cat that you had? So there's a shout out for a fellow streamer, Kumakwa, a variety gamer, a super funny guy, and again, a mature rating on the stream, but for the family-friendly viewers, but super, super cool. We just did a session of beam battles with him recently, and that's always fun. That's always fun. Let me see. Yeah, pretty quiet here now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Eve. We had two cats that were very, very old. We had them for a very long time, and they passed away about 4 or 5 years ago. And I think about 4 years ago for the younger one, and 5 for the older one. And it's it's been a while since they passed, but we still miss them. We do. We're certainly not in a hurry to replace our pets with other pets, because replacement feels kind of weird, I guess. I don't know. Plus, we're enjoying having the house very, very clean again. And so, but eventually we'll get more pets and stuff. Probably dogs this time around, because now that I don't work for a company, I just work from home here on my own. I think it's more suitable now. I feel like I can have a dog. We're still not quite ready for that right now, but we're getting close to that time. Yeah. And then, yes, I explained it. I meant to send it to my friend Thundara. Oh, okay. All right. Names are kind of similar. I get it. When I did a search for THU, and yours came up. Yes. All mature people, guys. There's no problem with that, Eve. No problem. And, oh, Lord, if it isn't the spicy one himself, the mighty flying villager. Villager, how are you doing today? Oh, yeah, we're going to repaint the house now. Yeah. If I went into the garage recently, Eve, and I took out one of the old shelving units out of the garage, and because I'm going to set up a workbench there and stuff, another workbench on wheels, nice rolling setup. And, I can still see some of the cat fur from like 5 years, way back in the corner where, you couldn't get it. I ripped all that old stuff out, and yeah, our little black half Siamese one used to get in all these little tiny nooks and crannies. You could get way back there stuff, and some of their fur is still back there. It's like, Still cleaning up after them after all these years, but I do miss them. I'm just getting back from work. Oh, cool. See, this is what I like. You know, I mean, Kumak was in the same time zone I am, but a lot of you are east of me, and particularly Eve is significantly east from me. But I think this is like a better time for most of you guys. So, Slimy. Go away, Slimies. Jello shots. Take that, Charles. There you go. Look at this guy on the scaffolding. Look at this. Screenshot. Oh, I think I was a little too late with the screenshot for that. I guess I could pause the video and grab a screenshot there for the VOD afterwards. Trying to start a new print. Hours worked was long and wet, but now it's over and I have to be creative. Oh my. It's a good time for me. It's 22:22. Okay, of course, yeah. Here now so I can watch for a bit. Okay, all right. But I know it's getting later for you, so let's get this out of the inventory like this, and I need to pause, and since I am currently modless, that's not a complaint, mods, by the way. There we go. Shout out for our fellow buffoon, Flying Villager. In fact, let me see. That should have worked. No, set bedtime for me. Gotcha. Flying Villager. Oh no. How come my buffoon? Oh, that's why. I forgot an O. There we go. There's our Buffooncraft stream team. All the buffoons are on there. So please go check that out when you have a chance. And here is the... Let me see if I can. Haven't done this in a while myself. That's why we have mods, people. Let me see. I think it's Discord. There we go. And there's the Discord for all of the buffoons. So you can go check out our builds, and you should just definitely check out Flying Villager. He and Nova in particular have been doing some just spectacular builds this season. You know, you look back at the subsequent seasons, they always do great builds and stuff, but this season they somehow managed to top those other builds. It's insanity. Just go check it out. You will be amazed. And that's, let me see. Eve says, except for Eve. Okay, part of the stream team, but maybe not logged on the stream team for Twitch in particular, but you know, we think of Eve as being part of our team, definitely. Okay, so let's see. Let's get on with this. We have quite a bit to do here. We need to build a box around this thing, and let me see. Am I going to have enough glass for this? Maybe. Glass should be up in here. I have one block of glass. That's not going to do it, I don't think. Now, is that purple glass or is it magenta glass? I think it's magenta that I used for the floor of this thing. 15-hour print time. So what is the print that you're making, Villager? If you don't mind. Which I'm sure you wouldn't if you brought it up. So, since you brought it up. Yeah, this is the magenta glass. Well, no, this is purple. Uh-oh. So did I do purple there? Okay, so I did magenta panes, but I did purple blocks for the floor. Okay. And let's see how low I need to go for this. It's the quick way down, everyone. Oh. You know what? I may not wind up doing that. I don't think I'm going to leave it to slate, though. And I'm not going to do amethyst. You know what? Oh, thunder. Why? Why do you do this to yourself? Why? I don't know. I was thinking of making it the crying obsidian for the floor. I don't know. Let's mark out the outline with some dirt here. Okay, so we should, let me see. I need one block at least so I can swim next to it. Like that. So that would be water, and then that would actually be the wall coming down. All right, so let's do that. Let's mark that out. Okay, so that's going to be the extent of that. That's the furthest in that axis on that side. This will be the furthest on this side. We're just getting a layout to see how much we're going to need here. And then let me see, the boundary on this side will probably be, oh, it's out a little bit more. Let's just go up to here like this first. Yeah, it may be, which one's further out? I think this one is. Yeah, that's the furthest one out. Right. And let me see, I think that's here. His aim is true, everyone. Well, not with that block. 15-hour print. It's a hero mask from an anime. Can I ask the anime? Oh, there is an anime called Hero Mask. I believe that's on Netflix, right? Hook. All right, there we go. All right, so this should mark out the boundaries for us that we're going to need, in which we're going to need to build. So then I can get rid of some of this dirt border around here, and I can update some things. I'm going to leave that scaffolding there, though, because it is a major pain in the butt to have to climb up and down there without it. So I think those are the boundaries, though. That I'm going to leave in place, I think. But this I don't need to. Because this is going to be the collection area over here. Yeah, I think I'm good there. And I don't really need any of this. Now that I've got the basic shape here, it should be good. Right, and let's make sure that we're mob-proof here, or as much as we can be anyway. Yeah, like over here. This is going to be a problem. A little bit of a problem there. I think the rest of this is going to be okay. Oh, no, that's not okay at all. Not right there. Let's do something like that. Okay, I think that should be good enough. Should be good enough. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. This will come right over to here, like that. That'll be right about there. There. And there, like that. How are we doing? Like this. Like that. So this chamber is gonna look a bit like this. Okay. So this one will be shaped thusly. Right, let's just go and outline the thing with dirt. Do I have enough dirt with which to do that? Maybe not. Ooh, I hope I don't have to go get more. Let me see. It's from, My Hero Academia. Oh, which one? Because I watched, from My Hero Academia, I watched maybe I know I definitely watched the first 3 seasons of that. I think I started to watch the 4th of that. So let me see. If it's a mask, then it's not going to be Deku or... let me see. It could be one of the villains then. Well, no, you said it's a hero mask, so it's going to be one of theirs. I'm trying to think of which ones of those wear masks. I don't know. It's been a while. Midoriya's mask. Did he start wearing a mask in a... Because for the first 3 seasons, I don't think he was wearing one. But then again, it's been a while since I've seen that one, Villager, so... All right, so I need at least one stream of water above that. And that would bring me up to there. My 2 sons, Biggie and Kachi, would remember more of that than me. It's part of his hero costume. He rarely wears it. He's got a face guard. Oh, really? Okay, so let me see. I brought this bottom slabbage. Oh, okay. I brought that level with this, but I brought the block one above. Okay, I think I got it. Wings make things so much easier. All right, so I'll just go around the perimeter at the top here with the dirt. Hopefully I have enough dirt. I'm probably not. I'm probably going to run out, though. But I'll proceed along at this height, and I will fix it later if necessary. One more like that, and then we come over like this. See, now here is an error. This needs to be the water block, and so this actually needs to come out here, so I'm going to have to fix that down below. And, okay, that side's good. This side is not so good, though. All right, I need one right about there, right about here. Okay, yeah, and it should go to the outside of that column, actually, like that. And then I'm going to see if these two water streams intersect. Hopefully they... Well, they might be okay. Ooh. Okay, and again, this one has to be here like this. Because I need that to be a water block so I can swim between it and the wall. But this one I got correctly. And temporarily we'll just stick some torches up here just to... Well, I would have liked to have had a couple extra pieces of dirt there. That would have been nice. But... these are okay, but still, let's get a couple of pieces here. We can use some of these dirt blocks here. I'll not be needing these. Fuck. So painful. As much fun as I'm having on Buffooncraft, I do love coming back to Generations, though. This is my home here. It's where it all began. Didn't begin with Generation 5, though. It began with Generation 4, preceding this. The streaming. I've only streamed the last part of Generation 4. And then, of course, all of this Generation 5. Generations 3, 2.2, 2.1, Generation 1. I never streamed any of those. I did show off, though, Generation 4 and part of Generation 2. I haven't shown Generation 1, though. And I haven't shown Generation 3. Generation 3, I would really like to find. I think I just mislabeled it. I didn't mislabel the file, but I think I mislabeled the disk on which I put the file. And so I can't find Generation 3, and that's a shame because Generation 3 is a very fun map. It's very silly. And that one I really regret not being able to find that right off the bat. I should have done a much better job. And usually I'm very good with that, with organizing and backing up and stuff like that. I'm usually very, very good at that. So I'm sure it's just on a disk and the disk is mislabeled. Okay, this looks good. And let me see. You know, this water stream, I think, is going to... It might merge with this one, but... You know what? I might wind up taking out that one block and moving the whole thing over one, just to make it a little bit easier to do the water stream. That way the water stream will be picking up right here, right off of this one. Yeah, and you know what? We have more than enough clusters here. I think we're going to be okay if we lose one. We're going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. There we go. All right, that means I can bring this in by one block. And I'll have to do the same at the top. Great. And let's get caught up in the chat here. Let me see. I'm also printing a Warhammer 4K helmet and Wonder Woman bracers and tiara. So now we've talked about your 3D printer before. Those are pretty big objects, villager. So exactly what do you have for a printer? You've probably mentioned this before, but please refresh my old man's memory. Okay, this has to be, we need, actually that has to be water, like that. I might have to bring this in even more, because that has to be water. Actually, this has to be water, and that has to be the gap. And so we'd have a stream of water running off here. Yeah, we actually have to bring this in. We have to lose a few of these. Ooh, that means I have to lose those two right there. We still have a lot, though, between both of these modules. And again, I'm just thinking of the water streams. So, and let's make absolutely sure I'm getting rid of the right ones. It's definitely those two. Yeah. Hawk. Ooh, there's 3. There's 4 that we're getting rid of. That's a lot. That's a lot, Thunder. But I mean, we have so many more up there too, so I think we'll still be very productive. For a manual farm, this thing's still going to kick butt. All right, that means that this will come out now to there and head... there's a few shards up here. Can I reach those? Really? No? Come on, man. All right, there we go. Why am I not picking these up? Oh, that's why. It's one of those glitch effects where it's actually floating up here. And I have to come up here to get it. It's above us, somewhere up on top of here. Okay, we got it now. Dear Jeb. All right, let me see. So it... Water. Now it can come out to the side there, like I want it to. Right. And now this water stream will merge with that one. Okay. I still think this is going to be very productive, so... Might not be printing the Warhammer thing. It's massive. Yeah, I would assume. 300 by 300 by 300 millimeters. Okay. All right. So let me see. 130 be 1 inch. I can print a decent sized helmet, but Warhammer is too big. Yeah. Might just print Master Chief. Okay. And so, have you also, you've probably thought about this, but depending on the way that the Warhammer helmet looks, where seams are and pieces are, I don't know if you could print that in pieces and then put it together. And then Dastavotchka, boom, shakalaka. Sorry, I had a phone call, but I am back. How's it going, Thunder? Dastavotchka, so good to see you, me little droog. How you doing? How was your Thanksgiving, by the way? With you and your little family. With your adorable little family. Ours was awesome. You know, we have a very small Thanksgiving with just the Thunderhand immediate family, Mrs. Thunderhand, myself, and the 2 boys. We don't go all out with it. We do for ourselves, but we don't have guests over and everything. So we really enjoy our Thanksgivings. That's why we don't rush Christmas and just steam over our Thanksgiving, because our little Thanksgivings are really nice. I could, but I have to get these done by Christmas without using a ton of filament, right? For everything. Understood, yeah. Just got off work. Thanksgiving was lovely. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. And then you can always do them later. Understood. There's a shout out for Dastavocha. Hasn't been streaming too much lately, but if when she is ready to resume, you should definitely go check her out. Does oil painting mainly. Bob Ross fan, likes to reproduce the Bob Ross paintings and stuff, and it's just the nicest, sweetest stream. So chill. It's really nice. Okay, let's see. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to put in here for the floor yet. I was thinking maybe some purple concrete with some purple glass over that, maybe? Something like that? Maybe some calcite with some purple glass over it to give a depth effect or something with an air block in between. I might wind up doing something like that. But for now, I think I'm just going to use this, the deep slate for the floor, and we can start placing our crying obsidian. Must form words and speak. Streaming so hard. Let me think. I don't think we're going to have enough crying obsidian to do this. Let's try it. Let's see what we can do. And again, I'm not... that's where the collection area is going to be, so I don't need the crying obsidian for that right now. All right. Let's head on up top side like this. Not sure this is the best way about going about this, but it's going to have to do. Oh, wait a minute. Did I get that wrong? I think I did. Yes, I did. Has to go on the outside of this. Let us do this. Let me see. On top of this, we're going to use the crimson stem slabs. I think I'm okay here. This one has to... nope, we should be good here. We need one block of water between that, so we should be good. Should be good. And then back over to here like this. Now this, we're going to have to do something like this. Let's measure out from here. Because we made some changes right over here. Let me see. That's the cluster right there. We need a block of water, and so it has to go right to here over to there. So this is how this needs to be. That moves that over like that. Let's make sure that we're doing well here. I think we are. Oh, but we do have that down below like that, right? So we do have to come out one more like this. Yeah, you can see this is actually kind of tricky to do here. Especially while I'm talking. All right, I think we're good there. Like that. The thing is, you know, you can always remove amethyst budding blocks like this, but you don't want to remove any that you intend to keep because you can't replace them after. Once you break them, they're gone. let's do that. And actually, I just recalled that we're not going to have crying obsidian all the way around like that. Okay, this should be it. This should do it. And let me check the time here, 1:48. Okay, it's almost time to go into standing mode. Not quite. That. We can break this one. And we can get rid of these like this. And now we have the tedious task of breaking through this crying obsidian, but I can look over here. Let me see. I'm excited because Remy's birthday is the 14th. Awesome! And we are having a Ghostbusters theme party. Ooh, are you going to make a Ghostbusters cake? I think my next stream might be a cooking stream, making Christmas cookies. Thought it would be fun. Ooh, I would love to see that. I believe it's called a Bob Dvochka painting. Thank you for the kind words, Thunder, and the shout out. Anytime. What are you building? A lurk, need to check on the kiddo. Yes, that's good parenting there, Kamakwa. Okay, so I'm making a semi sort of manual amethyst farm is what I'm doing. Because I need a lot of tinted glass, but I don't need so much where it's worth making all of the automated farm with the flying machines and stuff like that. It's not worth it. So I had a double geode here, and they were close enough together to warrant this, and within the spawn chunks too, to warrant making a farm over here. So I figured that's what I'm going to do. You can see that I've built this module up here for that geode, and now I'm building a similar module down here. And the way that this works is you can access it just by swimming up the water stream like so. And then you just swim on into it like this, and you find an amethyst cluster like that, and you break it off. And let me see, that's a bit of a problem. The idea is it's supposed to float up through. And let me see, is this a cluster? Yes, like that. And you can see it just floats upwards, and then the water stream will carry it down, and then it will go down, fall down through the water stream. It'll be collected down below. And let me see, where did it eject that one? It stayed in the water stream with that one. But I'll have a, this will actually move over, stream one over like this into some hoppers. The hoppers will bring it down over here into the collection system, and we'll collect them that way. And, you know, as you're breaking them off, some will invariably go into your inventory as well, which is, you know, a good thing. You can just chuck them in the water stream manually, too. And so that's that module there, and then I'm building this module over here. Thusle. Yeah, this one I think is moved over a little bit like this. Let's do this. Yeah, and they look like they're going to meet up, which is always a good thing. But I like it. It's really colorful. You know, I know I've kind of maybe gone a little bit overboard with the purple theme, but, you know, it's fun. It's fun. I usually build a lot less colorfully than this, so this is a step up for me. This is watching Nova and Kai and Flying Villager, watching those guys with the color, and trying to, and especially Nebula too. Super colorful builder. And then trying to pick up a few pointers from them. Oh, all right, so this one goes to here. Like this. Oh, okay, so this might actually move into the collection area. Let me see how this is going to work. We might have to take out that bud. Maybe. think we're going to be okay. Yeah, we're going to be okay there. Yeah, we'll be fine. We're going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Okay, that's looking good. We're gonna have to go back to the piggies and do some more trading, I think. Ouch! My cankles. Oh, all right, this looks good. I think I have enough for the ground right here. Oh dear. It's going to be close. Yeah, we only have 50 more blocks. Ah! Yeah, we might have to do some more trading with the piggies. And next time on the Generation stream, it's Trading with the Piggies with Thunderhand 64. All right. Oh, we also have that column to complete as well. We may not need a full stack, though. Yeah. And we might need some more crimson slabs as well. All right, let's head up and lay down the crimson slabs, because if we're going into the nether, we may as well grab some more of those. Although, I think I might have some of that already. Now, let me see. This goes, since I don't want to... Did I leave? No. Okay, I have them right here. All right, so let me see. We're going to have to start the stream music over again. And we're going to have to shift into standing mode. So we're already halfway through the stream. I would at least like to get the chamber done, even if I don't get the sorting system done. Storage and sorting. At least the chamber, and then I can finish it up off camera. Okay, there's that. All right, this gives us something on which to stand. And the good thing is we don't need that in the front. We just need it in the back and sides. And I've never built one of these before. And it's not too hard of a farm to build. So it is a little time consuming resource-wise, though. But that's just for decoration, you know. I mean, I could have used cobble and, you know, really common materials for this, too. Let's go around the other side. Thusly. And let me see. I think... Yeah, we got about 3 minutes. Gonna have to switch to standing mode. Nice. Good use for the crying obsidian. It looks nice with the amethyst. I like the purple theme. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Usually I'm not so good at the color matching and stuff, but I am pleased. I am very satisfied with the way that this came out. But let me see. Appreciate the lurk, comma, need. So what happened to my bot there with my lurk message of appreciation? That's not right. So I'm going to have to go back and change that. And find out what happened there. Because that just doesn't make any sense. All right, let me see. We're also going to need... You know what? Before I put the front on, though, I may... no, I think I should do that now, right? Let's go. I'm going to use this so I can still stand on it. And I think I might have enough fence pieces and gate pieces to set this up, with which to set this up. So I need to come out, 2 fence pieces and then bring the gate pieces all the way across. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's head down and go get some of that stuff. We'll go put that in place, but I'm going to switch to standing mode. And reset the stream music. And we'll adjust the camera here just a little bit. And redeemed an H2 No Hydrate. And thank you so much. I was just going for that. Hot chocolate. There we go. In fact, I'm going to take another belt of that. I tell you, that hot chocolate, that's all you need for lunch. Really, that's like, I didn't have any lunch today because I'm having this. So that's a pint of hot chocolate there. Just about. It's 500 mils. And whole milk. And let me see. Use the baking chocolate, the Dutch, because it mixes better. And let me see. That's 1 tablespoon of that. 1 tablespoon of malt, like you would get in a malted shake. I put that in there. And then a little bit of powdered milk. A couple of tablespoons of powdered milk just to give it a little thickness. Right? And that, I tell you, you can't drink a lot of it because you'll be as big as a house. It's super fattening. So tons of calories. So just one of those, and that's good enough. Yummy hot chocolate, 'tis the season. Yeah, even here, it's been quite cool here for California standards, Southern California standards. It has. It's been overcast and quite cool, and I am very, very pleased. The New Englander, my New Englander physiognomy, really loves this kind of weather. So, Kachi really likes this too. Although as much moisture in cool temperatures we've been having, we still haven't gotten a lot of snow on the mountain this year. So, not so far. Usually we have a lot more snow than we have now. And we had quite a bit of rain at the beginning of the season, too. So, all right, we're going to have to go get some more crying obsidian. But first, we said we wanted to put on the fence gates, set up the fence gates. Let me see. 55 of these left from last time. And, well, plenty of fences, and that's for certain. All right, so let's do that. Right. Let's do that. I tell people all the time to use it. Let's see. What am I trying to do here? Okay, yeah, I just got to get further. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let me see. This, I actually dropped this one below that block because you can see I have the sloping water effect that I've also used on the Guardian farm. Ouch! So let me see. Oh, that's gonna interfere with this a little bit. Maybe. Maybe it will. No, it definitely will. Unless I waterlog this. That sucks. That ruins everything. So I have a choice. I can either make it narrower this way by 1 block, or I can make it narrower that way. But I think, let me see, this way I lose 1 block. This way I lose several blocks, so screw that. All right. And I don't have my axe on me. Wonderful. And let me see. Let's see if we can restore this. Okay. Oh, this is going to be one of those things where I have to bring it all the way back up from the bottom because I screwed up the water system. No, don't do this. Don't. Oh, yeah. It's going to do this whole thing. Those are not water sources, and so they shouldn't be doing this. But. I forget how to fix this. I should know how to do this from messing with the Guardian farm. Because I had to go through all of this stuff with the Guardian farm, and it was a nightmare, trust me. All right, that takes out that one. Then I can do the same here with this. Oof. Wait. I don't want to quite do that, I don't think. No, actually I do want to do that, don't I? Oh my god, I'm making such a mess out of this. Let me think. Let's stop being stupid, all right? Any time now, Thunder. You can cease being stupid any time now. That would be nice. All right. So if I do this. And I just carry that down. I should be fine. I should be fine. But that fence gate is really messing things up. Yeah, I have to be over 1 more block. There's no doubt about it. Or I have to be back by 1 block. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's almost not worth it having the second one on here. Because I'm trimming off so many of these to make them fit together that it's not worth it. See, the moment it does that kind of thing, it'll do that all the way down. You have to... Ugh. Oh, wait. There might be a faster way to do this. Yeah, there is. There is. Hold on. There's a faster way. As the brain kicks in way too late. Okay, let me see. Be right back. Okay. And I see a new viewer in the chat. Just give me a moment to deal with this mess that I made. And I will be glad to greet you. Let me see. I need to do that. And we'll just cut off all the water and then restore it. All right. That should do it now. That should help us out. Ow, I took a lot of damage there. Okay, now I can pause. So, let me see. That looks like Daner Fire Kais. How do I pronounce your name? I'm gonna say Dane for short, if that's all right. Hi, I want to offer a promotion. Oh, okay, yeah, it's a bot. Bots are the worst. Yes, indeed they are. So let us do this, and let me see. Let's do that, and it's gone. Bye-bye. And Shut Mountain took care of that for me before I had to do that. Thank you so much, Shut. Welcome to the stream. No typos. I think we're doing well there. And there's the shout out for our mighty and with the band. Thank you so much, sir. And with the shout out, fellow buffoon, Shut Mountain, please go check him out. We've been up to a lot of absurdness on the Buffoon Graph server lately. A lot of buffoonery with wardens and ancient cities and stuff. You should check out each of our VODs. There's some very silly stuff on there. It's a lot of fun. Looks like you're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo. Just keeping track of the chat for the most part. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciate it. That allows me to clean up this horrific mess that I made. All right, so this would have to go back by 2, which would mean I would have to lose that bud, I think. Well, let's measure it. All right, so we have that water stream doing that. Yeah, see, the thing is, I forgot about... let me see. Let me think about this for a moment. Before we go breaking amethyst buds that never grow back... I should get out my axe out of my inventory. This is nuts. All right, that should do it. All right, now let us do this. Go straight up with this business. All right, I think my intention is to do something like that. But this is going... Well, this won't be in the water stream. That won't be in the water stream. Okay, now that's going to be water. Okay, I think I see what's happening here. Yeah, that sucks. This has to do this kind of thing. So it has to move over, and if it does, we're going to lose a number of clusters there. Or it's going to have to be here, but it's going to have to move back by 2? Which means, let me see, I think it's just going to be that. Let me think of how this is going to work. Hey, shot already, Thunder. I'm going to get me some snoozes. Have a great rest of your stream. Thanks so much for checking in late night here with us, Eve. Really appreciate it. Please go get some rest. Got to go get some stuff done now that I'm home from work. Have a great night. Thank you so much, Dastavochka, for dropping by. Always good to see you guys. We have about 45 more minutes left of the stream. While I work out positioning these things next to each other. What I would like them to do is share this column, which means moving everything over. But man, I'm going to lose a lot of amethyst buds that way. But if I move it, my other alternative is to move it back. But moving it back means I move it back by 2. Which means I lose that one in that direction. Well, I have less to lose this way. But you know what? It's actually almost 3 blocks because then, well, no, not really. Fence gate, it's 2 blocks. It sticks out by 2 blocks. I've got the water stream there. Yeah, there's really no way to avoid it. All right, I got to think about this for a moment. I mean, having it go back isn't really that big of a deal. I wish I could have it go back only by 1 instead of by 2, but maybe I can do that. Also, I'm just going to build a little dirt bridge across the top here because I can no longer access that by the water stream. So let's get up there and have a look. For ourselves a butcher. I mean, that looks super cool. Hawk. With the thunder with the scaffolding. Son of a beetroot. I hate scaffolding. I still hate it. All right. I just need to go 1 higher with it. But I am getting better. I mean, I had to use a lot of scaffolding on my Buffooncraft build, so I am getting better at it, but still I have a ways to go apparently. Okay, now come on. Hands now. This should be easy. Right? Just, there we go. And, ooh, one block right there. There we go. Yay! So my preference between scaffolding and dirt is a combination of the two. That way I can get the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? All right. How do we have this here? Sticks out 2 away from the edge. So we have a block of water. We have a construction block. Yeah, dang. So we have a block of water, a construction block, and then 1, 2 like that. That means this would have to go pretty far in. I was thinking on just having one water stream come right across here for the both of them. And just have a nice, and then have a row of hoppers down below, and it's fed from either side along the row of hoppers, and then right down the middle into a collection system. That's what I had in mind. Okay, one thing I can do, kind of messes up the build a little bit, but not too bad, is I can bring the water stream out, leaving the tank in. I can just extend that out. By 2 blocks up top. I can do that. I can do that. I think that's the best way to do it and preserve as many amethyst buds as we can. I know that took me a long time to arrive to that solution, but I'm sorry. But that's how slowly I think about these things. But I think that's the best way to do it. All right, so what I can do is this. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking here. This is what I'm thinking. All right, so... All right, that'll hold back that water stream temporarily. So I can do something like... Now, I'm not going to use dirt blocks. I'll replace it with something a heck of a lot cooler looking than dirt. Probably purple glass. Like that. Okay. And then, let me see. I'm thinking, let's, do I have any tools in the, I should have my hatchet here somewhere. Stop. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do that. Okay, it's not the best of the hatchets that I have, but, no, not that. That. Okay, it's not the best one that I have, but it'll do. It'll do. All right. So, Shot, how are you doing today? Always good to see you. Probably just got off work not too long ago. I assume. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is, let me see, I'm out of Crying Obsidian, but I'm thinking of extending this out by 2. So we can go 1, 2 like that. Oh, well, I'm gonna need that. Let me see. So this will be 1. That'll be 2. We used to have this here, and now it will be there. The gap of water will go here, right? Yeah, that'll be water. Okay, that makes sense. This will be probably glass. How did I have this? I didn't have it that way because that way looks dumb. I had it doing something like this. There we go. And let me see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did that. And then I put the gates like this. Ugh. You're not going to let me do that. I can't believe that. Unbelievable. Right there, like this. Got it. Okay, this is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Well, you do now because I'm doing it. Right here. Thusly. Now that means the water streams won't be in one nice straight line aesthetically like I originally wanted. I'll have one row and then the other will be staggered backwards off of that. But, you know. No, hands. I just want to open the gate. I just want to open it. So let's take everything out of the inventory hand that's going to be doing the gate opening so you don't get confused. Oh, wow. Really? Okay. I'll take that out of that hand. Okay. Let's take a look. Nothing in my hands, people. Nothing in my hands. Okay. Oh, God. Really? There. That's all I'm trying to do is just that. No, not in that direction. That direction, like that. In that direction, like that. And that one. And that one. See, it's... I don't feel like I'm asking a lot here. Okay. So that should have been... Oh, well, if I move one back from there, but then I have to clip that crystal. If I go 2 out here, I don't have to clip any crystals. I should be good. All right, this will be the water stream. Down below here will be the... Okay. Is that a skillet? How dare you, sir, show your face in these parts. How dare you? All right, and like I said, I'll replace this dirt with I'm thinking the purple glass, and I don't know, I might extend this out with 2 pieces of, with a couple of pieces of the Crying Obsidian. I'm not entirely sure. So I think you guys can see where I'm going with this. I might do the glass here. I might do some ice here so it'll slip through more quickly, but I don't know. I think it'll be all right. Okay, we can go like this since there's water down there. And that will now extend this one forward by that amount. like that. All right, so now that's going to do that kind of thing. Oh, Jello shot. Here we go. And we got the Skelly down there because we washed away some of the torches that were providing lighting. So, you know, sometimes. All right, let's do this. Let's do that. And let's do that. Okay, and okay, that's doing its thing. That's doing its thing. Now, I think crying obsidian is what is called for at this particular junction. Yeah, see, we can do that. And then this one will be staggered back by 2, and it should allow us to do what we need to do. Let's try it out. Hopefully I measured things correctly. We'll see. All right, now what's going to happen here is this will come off of here by 2. 1. And let's move this out a little bit. 2 like that. Okay, so now this stream will fit across here like this. It'll be staggered one behind there, but we can make them line up in the collection area the way that we want them to do so. Okay, so we can do this. 1 like that. And then 1 like that. Okay, yeah. All right, that's going to do it. And you know what? I'm not going to mess around with this like I did the last time. I'm just going to go with a column of the row of dirt right across here. It's just easier to place the gates. Okay, and do I have enough gates for this? I believe that I do. I think I'm doing this correctly. This actually might have to be 1 lower than this. Yes, it is. It's 1 lower than this. Because the water stream slopes from here to here. It's going to be okay, people. It's going to be all right. I promise. It's going to be okay. All right, so fence post. Fence post like this. This should be here. And this should be here like that. And then even though we're slightly above, we can still select the side of the gate like that to put it in place. Yeah, I think it does that. Because it'll slope this way, and by the time it gets to here, I mean, this is where actually the glass will end right there. Like that. Just do it. Just do the thing. There we go. Oh, no, not like that, hands. Not like that. What, can I not reach that with a shovel? Or with just my hands? Okay, fine. Be that way. I'll do it your way. Just... Okay, I think we're good here. I think we're good there. Then I can fly down from here, right? This should do its thing. All right, that means the water gap will be here, right where I'm aiming. And these will be staggered by a little bit, but that'll be okay. I have a plan for that. I have a plan. All right, but we need more crying obsidian, without a doubt. I'm good. No work for me. I'm off this whole week and next week. Dude. I'm thinking that's union seniority there. Am I wrong? I just suspect that because Mrs. Thunderhand is the... she's an RN, and the nurses union here in Southern California is very strong. It's like one of the strongest unions in the state. And her and her fellow nurses, you know, all coordinate their shifts together to get the maximum amount of time off and everything. They all work together with their unit. And sometimes for her it means she'll have to work this Christmas or that New Year's or, you know, or something, you know. Sometimes she has to do that, but they all trade off. And so they get incredible amounts of time off. Okay, so I think you guys can see how this is going to come down. This looks like I need obsidian here. I need obsidian there. This we don't have to worry about. That's going to be glass. And I need some obsidian there. That looks like about a stack, I would have to say. That's about maybe 15, a little bit more than 15. 30, yeah, probably a little bit more than a stack. And I don't have that much. Let's go back to the Nether. I think I still have enough gold there. If not, we can bring some with us. Nah, just had to put my car in the shop, and it's going to take 2 weeks. Okay, I gotcha. Two weeks? That must be something major, or maybe it's a parts availability situation, right? It's just hard to find the part there, so you're just waiting for them to locate the part and get it located, and get it delivered so they can install it. Because I think I recall you describing what happened to the car on either one of your streams or just when we were in Buffooncraft together on the Discord. Or you may have been typing it in chat. I forget. You just stay over there, Slimies. Oh, look, there's a little one. Let me see. I need... Look at how massive this place is. It's so cool just to fly through here to get things. That never gets old. Let's bring some gold with us. I'm going to bring some blocks. Wow. Okay. Welcome to Generations, people. And I don't even have a gold farm either. That's... Where am I going? I'm going to the Nether. What am I doing for time here? 7:37. Oh, I need to button this up. And here we are back at the old Nethery place. I miss this place so much. There's so much I wanted to do here. I'm going to have to wait till Generation 6 before I can build more things. But like I said earlier, if you guys join the stream later, this is the most incredible map I've ever played on. Like, I would have loved to have developed this into a wither farm. Look at this. It's ideal. We're at 0-0. We're at the origin right now. And we have this mega fortress. And look, almost all of it is above lava. It would have been ideal for a Wither Rose farm. Ideal. We could have built a massive Wither Rose farm here. A couple of Blaze farms to boot. Would have been awesome. We have a nice junction of biomes here, all converging right here. It's just, this is the best map I've ever played on. The best seed. Hello, lads. All right, so like I demonstrated earlier, again, you know, some of you joined a little bit later. This is just my good old manual piglin trading system here, where you just stick 2 of them in boats. You throw a stack of gold down here like this for each one of them, and then they start puking out the goodies. And again, you know, I don't want to build out a big piglin bartering farm and stuff like that because, like I said, I'm trying not to build new things here in Generation 5 because I want to finish this place up and get started with Generation 6. And hopefully now that I've learned a lot about building from Buffooncraft and, you know, Generation 5 and our fellow streamers and stuff, I can just roar right along with the builds on Generation 6. That's the idea. Kachi's getting itchy for Generation 6 too. He's been asking me about it, so. So I decided, you know, originally I decided I was going to end Generation 5 on January 1st of 2023. And then I said, no, you know what? I'm going to end Generation 5 when I finish up the builds on here. I won't build anything new, but anything that's in progress, I'll finish those up. And then I'll start Generation 6. All right, now I don't want this stuff to despawn, but at least the stuff in front. So let's grab this. And I don't want to go towards the back because I don't want to grab the gold that they are using. Let's go in the back here. Let's drop off items. Obsidian, leather, gravel, that stuff I can get rid of. Soul sand. Crying obsidian, already 23. Let me see, we already have that. Fire charges, quartz. We always need quartz. Let me see. Soul speed 3, nice. Iron, blackstone. Oh, wait, this is going into the chest. Thunder. Into the ender chest. It's right next to the storage chest. Probably not the most ideal place for it. That's where I need to be. Yeah, see, this. Just go back in there. Soul speed 3. Soul speed 3 need to go in there. Bring those up to the cartography level. Or the librarian level at the very least. Let me see. I will save the soul sand, the pearls. That. All of the potions, of course. I'll get rid of the netherrack bricks, the obsidian. I'll keep that in the inventory. And we will incinerate these. And like I was saying earlier, these incinerators, these compact incinerators, are just so useful. I have one at every site now. They're just so useful. Especially when you're mining. Just to clean out your inventory. Wow, listen to these guys. Yeah, sometimes you get some of the stray dudes who will walk over here and start trading too, which isn't a bad thing. But at least you're guaranteed 10 dudes like this, right? So do a little bit more sorting. Let me see. Let's get the right chest this time. That always helps. Okay, we're up to 40 now. I think we're doing well. We can incinerate Alright, some more things that we do not need. Back out to collect more. You stay out of there. And I think they used up all their gold. No, not quite. They're upset that I took the gold back. That's okay. There's more coming, lads. There's more coming, piggies. As you can see, I named them the very creative and auspicious names. Piggy 1, Piggy 3. So the odds are in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 10, yeah. Let me see. This time, let's get rid of the things we don't need first. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. We'll drop off some of these. We're up to almost a stack. I mean, for like a manual little setup there, I don't think that that's too bad. I think that's pretty good. Does the trick. Let's get more gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks like that. Let's do another round. How am I doing for time here? 2:44. Actually, I run low on time. All right, so let's go to each boot. I mean, there are things I could do to make this better. I could put a dispenser, or actually a dropper would be better. A dropper above each one of them. That's a little bit too far back. Again, I don't want to get too close, so I don't want to take the gold myself. There we go. As long as I stay there, see if I can get that obsidian without getting the gold. Ah, darn. So you got to do this quick, so they'll chuck the things in front and the gold stays in the back. And this is good. You know, I could put like some hoppers down below to collect the items, but then it'll also collect the gold. So, but you know, if I put these here, if I put just a row here, it might not get the gold if I drop the gold more towards the back. And let's keep the crying obsidian right there so we can keep an eye on it. And just look at them just puking out the goodies. And they make a sort of, even though there's sort of grunting and snorting, I think of it as puking sound. Just vomiting up the goodness. Gross. All right, we need to chuck some of these. Again, you know, I understand your frustration if you don't like this method. I just slapped this together last night really quick, just so I could get the crying obsidian. And I think, like I said, for a manual system, very simple. I think it works very, very well. Does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it's super cheap. All right, they still have some gold floating back there, but I'm going to redistribute it because there's just too many goodies back here. You know what I can do is I can stand in the front and sort of chuck it over the backs of their heads if I angle it up right. There we go. So it's far enough away from my inventory where I won't get it. Maybe. See, that's a little too close for me, I think. I think I'm going to wind up grabbing some of that gold into my inventory, and I don't want that. I want them to have the gold, not me. We have over a stack, though. That's 247, though. You know what? I should really get back with the... because I want to finish at least the frame. I'll let them heave out their goodness. Soul speed 1. Soul speed 1. Again, you know, I usually don't take the soul speed 1s, but, you know, if I get soul speed 2, I can combine them and make soul speed 3 books. So, yeah, there's that. There's that. Let's get rid of those. I don't need the strength. You guys done? I can see some bars, some ingots of gold floating there. Soul speed 1 again. That quartz, that's always good stuff. Wow. The thing with building the piglin farm is getting the sorting system down because there's so many items. In fact, Villager, you probably remember how many items there are that they trade because you built ours in Buffooncraft. See, I got some of their gold. Soul speed 1 again, eh? So I'm just waiting for them to run out of gold. See, they still have that big stack right there. So you know what? I may distribute this across the rest of them. That'll be faster. I like the noises they make. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Not quite a multiple of 5 there, but close enough. So again, if I do this right, I can pitch it high. Like that. And then like that. Ah, that one went a little too low. Like that. See, I want the gold to go in back of them. And I want them to hurl out the goodies in front of them. We got. Oh, look, we have a helper. That's okay, dude. You can help. That's fine. Join in the fun. See, that way I won't get back there and I won't take the gold. I took some of it, though, didn't I? Fuck. Some of them are helping out there. They're trying anyway. Let's see. Let's grab that. Soul speed 2. See, I can combine that now and get a soul speed 3. So it's worth hanging on to those. And I can do the same with the boots too. I think I can combine boots. All right, we should be good here like this. Let's get rid of those. You guys all finished? I think we are. Well done, lads. Well done. Anything I forgot along the top here? No, we're good. We're good. Let's see. Let's do that. That's a stack and a half exactly. I like that. I'll save the spectral arrows. We'll get rid of that and that. And the fire potion will be here like this, and we're good. Let's get back to business here. And I have, let me see, 8 minutes left of the stream, I believe. Maybe I can finish this outlining with the obsidian, and then I think that's pretty much going to call it. I did want one continuous stream of water all the way across, though. I mean, all in the same axis like that. That would have been cool. But this is okay. This will work, too. All right, let's go dropping down the hole here. Now, since we have this new farm down here, I'm going to drop this elevator shaft down to level 51, I think. I don't need to be there yet. Down to level 51 so we can more quickly access the amethyst farm down here. Because up until now, we didn't really have anything down here, so... Oh, went down a little too far. We need to come up to here. This is the one I actually want. Okay. Bring that over to there. And let's see here. Wow, look at all those amethyst clusters just waiting to be harvested. All right, so we should be here, like that. And then if I grab some dirt from over here. No. Yes. I can just bridge up from here, column up, pillar up, I think is the correct Minecraft term. Let me think. Okay, yeah, I think I'm still good. All right, so I'm good. I'm good there. And this is going to be glass. Okay. We should be all set. I think that should do it. That's all set right there. Okay, we're going to spend whatever time we have left placing glass for the sides. I think that should do it. I'm going to do this side first because that'll... I don't think I have enough glass panes, number one. So I'm going to do this side first because that's the more intricate of the four sides. So we'll do that. We actually didn't need that much obsidian. That's cool. Right, that column there, that there. We're good along the top. We really don't need that dirt column right there. We don't need to bring the column up that high. I think we're going to be good. All right, let's get this, and let's hope that this is enough glass. I think it is. Now I should be able to stand on the glass as I'm planting it. So this row is easy to do, this first one, but the subsequent ones after this, not so much so, because now you have to aim thusly, and it's slow goings. Maybe aiming down is easier, right? Like that. And it's weird because you know the way that the glass panes are selected. You have to kind of select a head. It's a weird thing to do. But this isn't so bad. Okay, so the soundtrack has run out. That must mean 2 minutes left. I'll run a little bit of music, and I'm going to see how much of this I can do in 2 minutes. I don't think I'll make it all the way to the top, but That's not too bad. I might be able to do this. And if we, you know what, if we go over 2 minutes a little bit, that's okay. Then we'll take a look and we'll see to whom we can raid out. And as always, you know, if you have any suggestions, that's fine. And even though we're family friendly, you know, we will raid out to more mature channels. But I just always announce that before I do that, just so the family friendly viewers know. I have to say, this is going better than I thought. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're probably just going to run out of glass paints, though. Yeah, I think we are. Let's see. We have Sansu Leo Chipa Joe. Sure. Okay, 10. So that's easy. 10, 20, 30. We need 40. And we only have 29. So we're not going to make it. But let's place what we have. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that. That will remind me how high up I have to go. There we go. Yeah, I have to go. In fact, I think I might even have to go one higher than that. Let me see. The water will slope down to here and then go off there. Yep. Come on. Go back into standing. There we go. This, a water gap, and then that. Okay, got it. So this, a water gap, and then that. Okay, we're good, yeah. So that's not bad. I mean, we were only that much short. That many panes short. So I think we're good. And you can see how this water stream is going to end up coming down here, and that one's there, and they're staggered a little bit. When this one comes down, it's actually going to go forward one block like this, so the items will run into the hoppers. I'll just make this one go forward 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks instead of 1. And so the hoppers will all be lined up together like that. So at least that'll work. Let me see. Okay, I think that does it. I think we're good. Let me see. Let's kick on back and let's have a look here. Let's have a butcher. And so these two are going to run like this. So the idea is you'll mine up probably these first because they're closer to the floor. You'll probably just swim up into this tank and down in, and then just mine all these out. And then if you need more, you swim up over here, and we'll make some sort of platform between the two. You can just go over, continue up to this one, mine those ones out, and then just collect the shards, and you should be good. And we can make lots and lots of tinted glass with these. And we'll just bring these on up to the librarian level. We'll buy the glass, make a whole bunch of tinted glass, and then probably invite some friends over, and we can replace the glass on the Guardian Temple, on the Guardian Farm, which is what this is all for. So then we can finish up that build and move on. Oh, look, it's also a Squiddy farm. Wonderful. Okay, with that, let us log off. I'm going to disconnect so I don't die. Oh, who's on Buffooncraft? Nova with a cam, okay. And Corny, K46, Sleepwalker, great. And the Amanuensis. So we do have some Christmas shenanigans along the lines of the Lucky Block kind of event that you saw for Halloween, but of course it's Christmas themed. And so we do have that coming up. Now, I don't know when that begins, but it should begin very, very soon. Tomorrow's December 1st, so it might begin tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, with that, I'm going to switch over to the live scene. And let's set up for a raid. Let's see to whom we can raid out. And if we can't, I mean, I've got several things I have to do today, so. Oh, well, we're definitely going to go see Flying Villager. Hopefully he has enough time left during his stream. There we go. And so, let us head over here. Let us put in the raid message. There it is. Oh, wait. I didn't get the exclamation point in there. There it is. So, Thunder, Raid, Boom, Shakalaka. You can copy and paste that into the chat if you would like to join us. And I do suggest you do. Flying Villager is an excellent streamer and just a cool guy. And also, even if you don't have time to stick around, at least come along for the raid, drop in, say hi, so we can get the, so he can get the raid credit for that and everything. He's a really, really cool guy. And, you know, if you should seem so inclined, drop a follow and stuff. He's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Okay, so let's do /raid Flying Villager. And the raid has been created. Okay, just remember that we do this generation stream every Wednesday from 1 to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We alternate the weeks, so this week we're actually building on the Generation server in survival mode. And then the alternating week, which will be next week, we're in creative mode in the test world, designing the Baby Zombie Rush game that we're going to install into our world, either Generation 5 or Generation 6, depending. But we've made quite a bit of progress on the Baby Zombie Rush game, and it is hilarious. Plus, we always have some sort of cool redstone kind of feature in there that we're messing around with and everything. And it's you know, if you're, you know, a little squeamish about redstone, that's an excellent place. You know, you can watch me screw it up and then figure out how not to do redstone, just do the opposite thing, and then you'll learn fine. It's not that bad. Actually, my redstone chops are starting to come back. You know, I'm satisfied with the progress I'm making getting my redstone back. Let me see. The next stream should be on Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. and that will be from Buffooncraft on the Buffooncraft SMP with my fellow buffoons. And let me see. The following stream after that will be Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be Kachi time, and I have no idea what Kachi has planned, but we'll see. All right, with that, let us do the raid. And there it is. Thank you to those who dropped by today and everybody who watches the VOD afterwards. I really appreciate it. Bye for now.